Every morning we meet together for prayers. Reading in the hall gives the children the courage and confidence they need for public speaking later in life. They often conduct morning prayers themselves without the help of the teachers. They compose some of the prayers, and they have written the words of our own school hymn. The Maltravers family, from whom the village takes its name, held this manor for 400 years after the Norman conquest. And within the parish church, carved upon the font and upon the tombs of their ancestors, may be seen the fret, which we have adopted for our school badge. When they come to school, many of the children have already been taught to count by their parents, but in fact this means very little, as they have no conception of the value of number, and much practice has to be given to them before they are able to understand this. The first 2 terms are spent playing with a great variety of apparatus to familiarize the children with figures, does it go there? No. Yes, that's better. Whatever's she doing? Today the emphasis is very much on practical mathematics. We no longer expect to see the whole class seated in their desks working on the same sum at the same time. Instead, they are divided into groups, each with its own assignment. Some are weighing, some are finding the average weight of the members of the class. Measuring the furniture and equipment. Borrowing the caretaker's bucket and some sand. It isn't always necessary to have costly apparatus. And discussing what we found in our groups. A graph of the attendance register of the class. And of the temperature of the room in which they are working. I wonder if the milkman really did send us a third of a pint. Gosh, he's growing. Measuring the sun's shadow. Sometimes we revert to the traditional methods, which have by no means lost their value, and there has to be question and answers and much practice to master the basic rules of mathematics. The most important skill a child has to learn is to read. The books these children are using far excel those that were available in their parents' time. The production is very much more colourful. The content is much more interesting. And it is unusual today for any child to leave the school unable to read with moderate fluency. Teaching the children to read requires an enormous amount of patience on the part of the teacher. Together with reading, it is necessary to learn to write so they can communicate their thoughts to others. As the children grow older, they are able to put their skills in reading and writing to acquiring knowledge in other subjects. History is no longer a matter of learning a succession of kings and their dates. As the children become more fluent in their reading, so their appreciation of literature increases. They enjoy listening to poetry, and many of them write poems themselves as a contribution to the class magazine. Thank goodness it's playtime. We are lucky in the country with so much space in which to enjoy ourselves. The children have to learn to use their hands, and a variety of simple crafts are taught in the infant department. Using a pair of scissors isn't so easy when your hands are small. And models can easily be made out of odds and ends. The infants, particularly, spend a great deal of time painting. The large strokes made with a paintbrush help them to control their hands for the more restrictive exercise of writing. Gosh, what will Mum say? In the needlework class, the girls are taught to make garments, and in fact, make the skirts which they wear as part of their summer uniform. They learn to use the sewing machine. Many of them have enormous patience with delicate embroidery work. Now, careful, Yes. Try the thimble. Ah. I wonder if I've got it switched on. We're going to the annual folk dancing festival at Bovington. Most schools in the district take part in this every year. All the children march past the brigadier, and here come our girls wearing the skirts which they were making in the needlework class. Everybody enjoys the game. We play matches against local schools. And they practice in the playground. Your turn. The boys are being coached for the annual six-a-side football competition. We've not so far managed to win the cup, but we have been in the final. We're fortunate to have modern physical training equipment here in the school. When these children leave and go to the secondary schools, they will have no fear in the gymnasium. The Parent-Teacher Association decided to build a swimming pool on this site. We shall be using it this year for the first time. Everybody helped. Everybody worked hard. They seemed to enjoy themselves. The children got busy measuring it. Hey, they made a mistake. No, they haven't. All the music for this film has been recorded by the children in the school. Here the symphony orchestra is rehearsing.